Is the little baby ticklish?
Today we're talking about 1998's Bride of Chucky, directed by Ronny Yu and starring Jennifer Tilly, Brad Dourif, Katherine Heigl, and Alexis Arquette. Picking up 7 years after Child's Play 3, we're introduced to Tiffany Valentine, who has recently stolen the body of infamous serial killer Charles Lee Ray from evidence holding. 2024 has certainly been the year of Chucky for me. Having recently finished the excellent book Reign of Chucky, I've gone back and rewatched most of the movies and gone through the entire TV series this year. Like most Chucky fans, it seems, I was terrified of the little redhead growing up, genuinely covering one side of my face as I walked through the toy aisle at EB Games if there were any Chucky toys on display. Now I've conquered my fears and grown to appreciate the little guy, as well as some of the bold and innovative filmmaking on display in his movies. I don't know what it is, but these movies have very much become my happy place. They may not all be perfect, but they all bring something fresh to the table. The original Child's Play kicked it off with something dark and brooding. And with where we're at in the franchise now, Chucky manages to be just as frightening as he was in the original entry while embracing the ridiculousness of a killer doll movie franchise in 2024. The TV show being canceled is a travesty, a major on the studio's part. As a skeptic to most IP-driven TV shows coming out these days, Chucky completely blew me away with its ingenuity, sense of humor, as well as its ability to continue a franchise continuity as well as it did. Don, if you're watching this, please give us more Chucky, a movie, something. We need more of this good guy. Child's Play 3 holds an interesting place for fans of the franchise, being not only an unfortunate cultural moment, a low point in the series quality-wise as well.
The Child's Play sequels made Chucky a member of the Universal family, thus inducted as one of their Universal monsters. While browsing tapes at a local video store, producer David Kirshner was struck by one cover in particular: Bride of Frankenstein. This gimmick wasn't overplayed at the time, and it made for an excellent idea for how he and Don Mancini would revive the all-rubber, red-haired little rube.
Chucky was reborn with a nasty new face, but still imbued with the charm that he had in the previous 3 movies. Don Mancini returned to write the film, but unfortunately would not get the backing of the studio to direct it. Enter Ronny Yu. As the studio and producers reviewed potential directors for the upcoming movie, they were drawn to Ronny Yu's keen eye and sense of filmmaking. The choice for him to direct was based specifically on his movie The Bride with White Hair. While I personally haven't seen The Bride with White Hair, seeing stills online and trailers, you can definitely see how that influence was passed on to Bride of Chucky. Ronny even ended up bringing some of his own crew over to Canada, which is where Bride of Chucky was shot. From the opening moments of Bride, there is a specific visual style that pervades the production. The lighting is dark and ominous, while our characters are uniquely drawn and immediately charming. We also get a few immediate nods to other major slasher icons, giving the impression that with this film, Chucky has become part of the pantheon of iconic slashers. Not only that, but it gives the movie a vibe that grounds it with this real spookiness. Ronny is letting us know that Chucky's reign has only just begun. What ensues is a road trip movie for the ages, packed with some of the best and goriest kills of the franchise. The waterbed sequence in particular continues to live rent-free in my mind. But we see that even amongst all the bloodshed, beauty and love can rise from the violence at hand. Jennifer Tilly's Tiffany Valentine is a very realized and compelling character. Clearly crazy, but also sweet and maternal. The way she approaches Chucky as he returns to life and they begin to interact with each other, you can't help but feel for her. This also makes way for the series' now patented sense of humor, which Tilly is pitch perfect for. The story's not really all that important. Chucky and Tiffany need to find a MacGuffin called the Heart of Damballa in order to transfer their souls into real living bodies, which are the bodies of Katherine Heigl's Jade and Nick Stabile's Jesse. Hijinks ensue, and it's mostly just a way for the dolls to get into some hijinks and create some excellent quotables. The puppets look incredible in this movie. That has always been the case with the Child's Play movies up to this point and beyond. There is never a moment that you don't believe that these dolls are living, breathing, and doing other things. While Chucky is not nearly as mobile as he is in the previous movies, he still manages to steal the scene every time he's on screen. The design of the doll is such a great nod to the title of the film, especially given the way that he decides to take out Tiffany and make her his bride. The movie feels very self-aware of what it's doing and has definitely become an important piece in the annals of horror history. I like talking about Bride of Chucky because I feel like it's a very good entry point for horror fans looking to get their feet wet with the genre. Not only does it cover the killer doll bases, it also gives viewers a great place to start with camp in horror. The camp element is huge to this franchise's success and is a major part as to why they've all aged incredibly well. It takes its lack of seriousness seriously, and you can see how much love is put into the writing, puppetry, and filmmaking on display. This is for sure a top 3 Chucky movie for me. Bride of Chucky also notably is the first entry in the franchise to introduce some queer sensibilities in its filmmaking. Not only with the aforementioned camp elements, but Gordon Michael Woolvett's David is the first gay character to appear in the series, though Child's Play 3 had a few debatable ones. This on-screen representation is carried even further with the next entry of the franchise, Seed of Chucky. Elements of David may have aged poorly, but it's worth noting that Don Mancini was working his way up to creating more nuanced and less cliche characters like David with Jake and Devin in the Chucky TV series. Even Tiffany gets expanded upon in a similar way later on in the franchise. The film wraps up in a cemetery, which is one of the best set pieces of the movie. Fun fact, in China, which is where Ronny Yu is from, they do not film movies in cemeteries out of respect for their dead. So the entire cemetery in this is a beautifully constructed set. There's just something frightening here about Chucky stuck in an open grave, frantically running around trying to kill everybody and escape. Tiffany lays to the side, burnt to a crisp, and Jade finally pulls a gun on Chucky and kills him. As we think things have returned to normal, Officer Preston shows up on scene and we find that in Tiffany's dead body, that Chucky's seed is still alive. This makes for a great ending, perfectly on tone with what the movie set out to do and also setting up a future sequel. If you're new to the Chucky franchise, Bride is a great place for you to start. If anything, it makes an excellent background, vibey movie for a Halloween party, but would also make for a great dedicated viewing with friends as well. It's hilarious, gory, and violent, chock full of plenty of references to the movies that made it. It's Don Mancini and co. swinging for the fences and delivering what would really define the series from here on out. Horror should be ridiculous. Bride of Chucky delivers on that idea in spades. I highly recommend you watching this with friends. Maybe just don't invite the ones who are fans of ska.
Jesus, the music scene's gone to hell since I've been dead.
What do you think of Bride of Chucky? Is it your favorite film of the franchise? Leave all the comments below, and before you go, don't forget to like and smash that subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching this video and continuing to support the channel. Until next time, oh, I think I need a sacrifice for this. 1 second. Ade due Damballa, give me the power I beg of you. Uh-oh. Hey, come here. Hey, no. Down here. Come on. Aw, shit. I turned into a gremlin doll. God damn it.
That's more like it.